The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Hazel, and Markki. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1. Time for the top 10 for today. Final batch.
We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you're not there yet, join us. And we'll say hello to some of you in the comment section in a bit. But first, good morning to Sands, who says, good morning, beautiful DJs. And also saying hi to Ronaldo Quino. And IU or AU, what's up? Hello to Ariel. Hi, good morning. Listening to the podcast yesterday, you were talking about a laundry detergent. Yan yung frustration ko when I was younger. Either I was referred to as Little Mermaid or the laundry detergent. Bihira lang to be likened to Ariel Rivera or Agamula, whose actual name is Ariel. Ah, talaga ba?
Really?
Didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Usually we know their real names, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Emilio M says, good morning to the co-commuters from Kamanava at the extended birthday celebration in Andres Bonifacio. Good job, Thai City of Caloocan. Hello to Mitch. Good morning to Cyril, also to Jimbo Limbo, and to Dan Lester. Hi to Prince Dance and to Bogs Tatanes. Butter Baby says, good morning. Renz, the Super James Scheider says, hello. Also, what's up to Farmer Sanchez and Sonhos or Sionhos girl? Hello, good morning. That's it.
And on X, oh my gosh, here we go. I haven't actually gone through X in a while because it's a TikTok. I can't really go through X, but there's so many people sending us their Spotify countdown, and we're at the top. Look at us, our top era.
I know, right?
Love that for us.
Look at us. Saying hello to Juice Blank and Decanter din pala ang tawag dito.
Oh, see, yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
What we were saying a while
That
ago.
is exactly the one.
Also saying hi to Kiko Man Machine, Fabrienne. Can't move on from Chico's pabebe voice. Namiss ko tuloy si Jackie Chanak. Charles J says, on love languages, think of it as another language like Filipino or French. If you can understand the language, you feel loved or you feel like giving love, then those are your love languages. Pwede mono or polylingual din. So you can have different love languages.
Yeah.
Oh, hi to Ron. Hello. Ron, a friend of mine who I've known for so long.
Hello.
Through the Globe days. Thank you very much. Hi to Mary and Prince Dance.
Yes.
Countdown to holidays. 25 days till Christmas. Oh my gosh, 25 days.
25 days.
Tomorrow is 1.
Yes.
So 25 days talaga till Christmas. 32 days till New Year's and 76 days till Valentine's. And hi to Ellie Buendia. I'm back in Manila from Melbourne. Nung isang araw ko pa, sana gusto magpag-greet. Kaso lagi akong either advance or late dahil sa time zone difference. Little much, kahit 3 hours.
Good morning.
Well, welcome back to the Philippines. Hope you have a great holiday season over here. Hi to Advent Choi, Melay Supergirl, Justin Sayana. Good morning. Sarap pakinggan ng different feelings nila Markki and Chico dun sa naging story time of first interaction. Pretty girl Chico with Baby Whale. You didn't hear that? Chico made cuento about the first interaction with Baby Whale and how Baby Whale was so smooth.
Stalk me.
Like literally
Stalker.
so smooth.
Oh, trust me, I've heard
Baby
this.
Whale.
I've heard this before.
I've heard this multiple
times.
Mm-mm.
Feeling ko parang rubbing salt to Hindi. Pero to be fair,
salt.
nakakakilig naman kasi talaga.
See, it's kilig.
You know
It's
what?
not,
I tell you, it's like a mixed. It's one of two things. I felt it. I felt the shivers in my spine and my shoulders. And so there is a fine line between kilig and cringe. And you don't know
Sabi ko
what it
nga,
is sometimes.
Stick with
Kilig.
kilig. Let's go
Kilig,
with
kilig.
it.
Yes. Cringig.
Mm-mm.
Killinge.
Mm-mm.
Let's make a word up. Hi to Laime and Nelson Much. Sigma Star is tuned in as well as Tony Stark. Mabuhay kayo. All they're just sending us their recount at 28,355
Thank
minutes of listening to
you.
us talk. 28,000.
You've got impeccable taste.
Hi to Lilo Boy. Good morning. And Niuri or Sherwin Bandong. And hi to Nil, as well as Uniquely Common, Ronaldo Quino. You know what? The list goes on, and I can't read. And I would love to read each and every single one of these. But thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our podcast on a regular. You know what? I can't even tell which one has the most hours. There's 32,000 minutes. There's 48,000 minutes. Don't you get sawa? Or sawa of the voices that you hear on a regular. But there you go. That's it for greets. And thank you again for listening to us.
All right, so we've got our top 10 for today, courtesy of Shivana. How I handle rejection. So let us start off with, let me see here, Bon Voyage. No. Diretso na tayo.
Sabi mo, last batch. Eh.
Okay. Sabi ko ba? Is it?
He said.
Okay. But do you want to do two batches?
We can do the last because it's
Okay, so giant batch.
giant.
Okay.
Ginormous.
So if it's a giant batch, then let's start off with Bon Voyage. I applied for a job, received an email days later saying I didn't get it. I was disappointed, but decided, you know what? I'm taking a day off. Treated myself to a spa. Great way to recharge and help me feel better about the situation. Parang like take yourself out of that
misery.
that parang milieu. Put yourself in like a nice
in a self-care
mode. Tapos you're not at work. You're just, treating yourself. Yeah, I mean, alam mo yung literally stopgap measure.
Yeah, and sometimes when you feel physically good, parang your headspace also gets better. Diba?
It follows
usually.
From Al Macchiato, how I handle rejection. I buy a large blue plastic drum, acid, gloves, and wait.
Parang
okay.
Okay.
Parang pass. Parang pass tayo
parang
dyan.
Let's run.
Let's run. From Diabolique, sanayan lang. I wasn't born to please. So kung ayaw mo sa akin, mas lalong ayaw ko sa'yo. That's I mean, it's very childish, but let's face it, it works. And it's legit. I mean, if that's what will help you get over it, why not?
Yeah.
OD1 Kenobi says, how I handle rejection? Wala. Pabebe na lang. Bakit ako na-reject mo? Bakit hindi siya? Ayun, dahil dyan.
That's why you got fired. Fire her.
Mo sa akin.
Get her out of here.
Ayaw mo sa akin.
Ano bang nigagawa ko na ayaw mo?
Yan, yung pabebe mo.
Ganun yung sagot niya.
Sagutin ka ng boss mo, no? Ganyan. No, ni kakairita.
Does anyone have like a Tylenol or something? Just to ease this headache.
And coming from Mang Inasar, I celebrate because it only means hindi pala maganda yung taste ng gusto ko. Kung ayaw niya sa akin.
Dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet.
No accounting for taste. Rhyme and Reason says, how I handle rejection. One time, tumingin ako ng model condo units for fun. Nakapambahay lang ako. Tapos, nung sisilip sana ako dun sa medyo high-end part, an agent pointed me to a less expensive condo.
The nerve.
Sa inis ko, I went next door and reserved a unit for that condo.
Alam mo, smarter salespeople, more veteran
yes,
salespeople
I agree.
know better than to judge a person by like what they're
Yep.
wearing. It's not
Yep.
about that.
You would
And
be surprised.
parang napaka-noob, napaka-rookie mistake to
You
do
will
that.
be surprised. I know a situation when like a fairly rich individual walks into a car dealership
Mm.
and they didn't even want to like talk to him or look at him because he was wearing shorts
Yep.
and slippers.
Yep.
And like what he did was he literally walked out of the store, walked into the next high-end car dealership,
Mhm.
bought a car there, and literally parked in front of the other one, smiling, waving, "This could have been you,"
Exactly.
Yeah.
and drove away.
Pero deserve. Kasi parang if you judge based on looks, you don't deserve the sale. It means you're
Definitely.
not really like, like yung mga maganda lang yung damit yung, is
Mm.
a lot of the people who have the money to buy those expensive luxury items cannot be bothered with,
'Cause-
wearing nice stuff. Minsan nga they downplay it kasi
Yeah.
delikado. Because they are so
And
loaded.
they have nothing to prove to
They have
anyone.
nothing to prove to you.
I tell you,
They can wear the worst clothes and they don't care.
Because they can buy you, your friends,
And the brand.
the whole
and the
dealership.
entire
And the
brand. No, that's why it was great in the school that I went to when you saw what some of the richest of the rich drove in. Like you
Mhm.
would never tell.
Yup.
They're battered cars that
Yeah.
like
They're more low key.
vans
Mhm.
that very very low key. No one's gonna know that it's them in the van, and then you'll see these nouveau riche na nakakainis because they're
Mm.
always showing how much money they have and look at my lavish car, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
chinapoles, and
It's true.
all that kind of thing. It was just really sad to see that these people had to showcase their products
Yeah.
to the world.
True. And from Designer Dad, true story, how I handle rejection. This is normal for us designers. Just treat it as a learning experience to be better next time. At bigyan sila ng malupit na design for the next submission.
Mm.
Ito, in this case, rejection nung first design mo. It's not a rejection of you. It's like they didn't like your first design. So step it up. Because that was our experience. Di ba, we're having something built.
Mm.
So our architect first came up with a design. Parang, okay naman, but you want to try, like, give us another design. I mean, we're kind of okay with this, but we're not super wowed. Tapos yung next, parang, this is even like, parang mas ayaw namin
More
to.
along the first.
Mas gusto ko pa yung first. But maybe one more. Tapos yung the third one was like, you're missing the spot here. And we were like, oh no, but parang paano ng pababa ng paba. And then like, we just stop. Sometimes you just have to stop bugging them for a bit.
Mm.
Just let them have their own schedule.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one was like, oh my gosh.
That's the
yes,
one.
That's the one. And yeah, minsan just don't breathe down their neck.
Yeah.
Like, don't hover. Don't be a helicopter parent na, more. Like,
Speaking
I
of,
want some more.
I don't know if you saw this post that went viral. Parang somebody was inquiring about like getting their house designed or something like that by an
Okay.
architect. Tapos binigyan ng quote. So parang ganito per square meter. So nasa 100 something thousand. It's parang, ay, mahal naman. Wag nang, ano na lang, sa iba na lang magpapa-design or something like that. Tapos sa estudyante na lang ako papagawa. Tapos biglang sa dulo may comment pa ulit yung nag-inquire na parang, pwedeng 1.5. 1.5! The audacity!
You know what? There are a lot of those. There are a
Horrible!
lot of those horror stories these days, especially for the entertainment world and how they are treating some of the people behind the scenes, like makeup artists and stylists and designers, and how undervalued they are. And now they're speaking out about it, and I'm just so proud of each of these people who are trying to put on their own little strike to allow these individuals to make more money because they deserve it. They work really hard.
I think it happens to
It's not easy.
to a lot of different industries. Even for hosts, sometimes
That's
they
true.
would inquire and then when you tell them, yung parang they're gagged, na parang, oh my gosh, parang ganun, ang mahal. Pero parang, well, I mean, if you want to hire professionals, who have experience, then obviously you have to pay.
Exactly. Diba? I mean, of course, there are exceptions.
There are,
You
but
know,
you know,
sometimes you have somebody with zero experience and they do a great job, and somebody who's
oh,
very
totoo.
experienced and they do a horrible job. Pero like in general,
Medyo
you get what you
disrespectful
pay
kasi. And also,
for.
if you ask, pag
Oo.
sinagot ka, if you can't, then just say, no thanks, I can't, you know,
Exactly.
parang we're gonna go another direction. But you don't have to parang act like napaka-ridiculous naman nung
Totoo.
nung
No,
TF mo.
because that's true. When we were looking for like, yun nga, architects and contractors, like when we encounter somebody na parang like, ay, oh my gosh, like, ang taas. You know, we would just respectfully decline.
Yeah.
And we're just saying, oh, you know what, thank you, but you know, it's outside of our budget.
Right.
End of story.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be, no shade thrown, no shade taken. So, wala lang. Parang, sorry, out of the
Respect.
budget. And then,
Oo.
you know, you look for somebody na within your budget. Ganun lang naman yun.
Shades have been given. Shades
Ayoko na
have
nga
been
eh.
thrown away.
And from the Jedi Master, how I handle rejection, I'm used to it. I have been told that I was a loser for my entire life, which is why I succeeded. Because early on in life, I learned that IDGAF about what others think about me and just excel. Diba? So if they think you're a loser, okay, noted. And then do your darn best.
Do the
And
best
then
you can. Exactly.
Be a winner, you know?
That, and I also like it when these individuals really try very hard to get to the point where they're the best of the best.
Yeah.
And then kind of pasimple show it.
Mm.
Not full on brag about it, but just like accidentally go, oh, wow, look at me. I reached the 5 million mark or whatever on a sale that I did.
Mm.
And just say, you know, just show that you're doing a good job instead of super bragging about it.
True. Diba? I mean, like diba they say, the best revenge is success. At least you didn't do anything to the other person.
True.
You just were amazing. And that's your revenge.
Yeah.
From Jimmy Kubo, how I handle rejection, join ulit sa susunod na araw. Sa galing, creative at husay ng mga entries ng mga rushers, minsan talaga hindi mapipili ni Chico yung mga entry mo.
O kaya, try mong maging co-host in the future.
Yan. Para hopefully nag-improve ka na, ganon, di ba?
Sapak.
Hopefully, that's the hope. Na parang sana naman nag-step up na rin yung... Total na step up
Hindi.
na yung P mo. Sana pati na rin yung entries mo. Go, go, go!
Sana nag-step up na yung bumabasa, di ba? Sana nakikita na niya yung magaganda talaga na entries. Oh, baka na-overlook dati, gano'n.
Ito nga, si Tampu Podcast, taking a page from that unnamed joiner from years past. Ako nga, nung di nabasa yung pinakauna kong entry sa TMR several years ago, nag-delete ako ng account. Grabe to mga to! Grabe sila.
Yung parang, maybe it's my username. Baka
Maybe,
hindi feel ni Chico. Papalitan ko nga.
Let me change
Let's make this witty.
Let's change my profile picture.
Sabi ko na, dapat hindi Hazel Hati. Dapat pinalitan ko ng Twinkie Hati.
Hazel Hunky.
Hunky, oh!
Ang weird
Hazel
ng Hazel
Hunky! Oh my God. You
Tapos
want
may dala
some...
kang panyo.
You ready for some hunky-punky?
Hazel Hunky. I have my hunky.
Kainis.
Maxim the Winter says, how I handle rejection. When I ask an artist if I could have an autograph or picture together, and they say no, I just smile and very elegantly say, thank you. Para mag-guilty sila. Yung alam mo yung be the perfect fan.
Kasi what can you do?
I
Then,
know,
diba?
right? Hindi, pero gets, yung parang you show such grace.
Okay.
Na meron silang parang like, ay, matino pala siya. Sana pumayag na ako. Yung may ganun sana na, well, that's the hope.
Like, don't beg.
Don't beg and don't be like,
Don't try to change their mind.
Sige, no, picture. No, huwag kang magagaganon, di ba? Be very professional about it. Tampu Podcast says, nireject ako ng crush ko noon dahil di raw niya ako type. Eh di ayun, nag-workout ako, nag-diet, skincare, at kung ano-ano pa. At binalikan ko siya. Ayun, rejected ulit.
I was like, Go you!
Kala mo success story eh.
Bakit mo
Ayun.
siya binalikan?
Rejected ulit.
Oh no.
Bitch.
Oh, no.
Love yourself.
You gave them another chance to reject you. Nag-double down pa.
After all that.
And then you feel even worse kasi feeling mo noon improved ka na.
Diba?
Tapos biglang, still no.
That's why nung nakita ko si ex kahapon,
Mm.
smile, happy,
Mm-mm.
perfect, perfect.
Mm-mm.
Tapos si Eso sabi niya, bakit mo ako hinag? Public? Ano to?
Anong nangyayari?
Sabi ko, wala.
You're terrible.
I can't with you.
May nakita akong pangit. Let's just say it didn't age like fine wine.
Ay, nako.
Speaking of age, napaka-mature.
Napaka-mature.
Napaka-mature natin.
Kumanta ka na
ah.
no, ano? I'm so mature.
I'm so mature. I'm so mature. Sumisiza ka, ah.
Sumisiza ka. Sumisiza ka, sister.
Sumisiza sis.
From Juice Blank, true story. How I handle rejection. Oh, speaking of perfect timing, I go to the gym whenever something bad happens to me, like being rejected. And just a few months ago, I found out, running joke pala siya, that people who got rejected go to the gym.
They do.
Yeah. People
They
go
do.
through a breakup.
They
Mga
do.
ganon.
Hindi, it's the same thing with the haircut.
But self-improvement.
Yung parang ano
something
nga eh,
different.
di ba? Like when you after a bad breakup, you suddenly want a new hairdo. Kasi nga parang it's like you want to shake it off.
yeah.
And you want to like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm leaving this life behind and starting a new one. So gym, makeover, parang it makes sense to do that.
I guess, yeah.
From Hody H, how I handle rejection? Ay, sus. I just go next on my long list of crushes. Kung sino yung next target.
Hey, that's right.
Target talaga.
Si
Hody
HDH.
H.
God, I want to see that list.
Speaking of, so I get a message.
Mm.
Basa ko medyo gabi na. So
Mm.
from a co-host of ours, Markki.
Mm.
Tapos sabi, what about Liam of Amazing Grace? Duh. Tanong pa ba yan?
Wait, sino?
Kasi
Ay,
nga,
kapatid
obviously,
nga.
the minute na nakita ko, I was like, what about Lee?
Hindi na tinatanong nga kasi yan.
Kasi hindi mo
yung
naman
mahabang-
minention.
Yung
Yung mata medyo very...
ang ganda ng
kapatid
eyes.
ni Jeremy.
Jeremy and Liam. Oh.
Okay.
Yung mukhang wolf. Yung
Oh,
mata.
yeah.
Okay, in your ranking, Liam, Jeremy, and then si...
Ay, wala si Jeremy. Ano, Corey Liam.
Okay, Corey Liam.
Ay, malayo.
So, basahin ko yung reply niya. I can tell you.
Wag, off air, please. Off air. Pass. From Advenchoy, how I handle rejection. Kapag alam kong palagi mo lang nire-reject yung invitation namin sa mga sa mga gala or lakad.
Wow.
Wow.
Ano, Met? Ganon.
sorry.
The Met Gala.
Sorry. Sa mga gala o lakad, sa iba na kita papa-invite sa mga next lakad. Para personally, hindi ako mainis sa'yo.
Na i-reject mo
Na
na naman
i-reject
ako.
mo na naman ako. But at the same time, hindi mo naman iisipin na kinalimutan ka na namin.
Ay, ako mabilis ako pag parang siguro no ka sa akin twice. Or yeah, unless talagang sobrang valid ng reason and I know for a fact na valid yung reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna invite you again.
Hindi,
Like
kasi
for
mahirap.
friends ha, I'm gonna be like whatever. You
Mahirap
can invite
kasi
me on, you know.
kasi kunyari barkada. Diba? Ang hirap naman hindi mo invite. Pero no.
Hindi naman. Tense man lang, ganon. Oo.
From Angeli Des, how I handle rejection. Rejected? Yung VL ko? Eh di fine. Gawing SL. Wag ka lang mabubuko kasi bawal yon, di ba?
Well, in your case, kung may SL ka.
Kung may SL ka.
Oo.
Mm-mm. And from The Moral Lesson, how I handle rejection. close all of my social media, book a flight, disappear from everyone, start a new identity somewhere else. At tanggalin lang natin yung part na new identity somewhere else. Yeah, parang I get
That's
that.
a little extreme.
Medyo extreme yun. I mean, that's like missing persons level na yun.
Oo.
Bigla na lang, asa na siya? Hindi na namin siya makita, hindi namin alam kung nasan siya. From Jeremy Beremy, with class, dignity, and maturity.
Oh.
Tapos, message mo lang siya ng, ayaw mo sa akin? Eh di belat, sana umurong ang putotoy ng crush mo.
Ay.
Oh my God. Heck.
Ano nga, class, dignity, and maturity
Mukha
nga.
nga. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Pero ano to be fair
Ano?
menos isang paligo, nasa Markki level na yun. Sino to?
Yung pagka-petty mo.
Yung pagka-petty. Konti na lang eh.
Hey,
Oo.
I'm petty. So, but like obviously, I'm not gonna like say names, and I'm
Yeah.
also not going to
Write a book.
write a book, or I'm also not gonna go on YouTube and talk about it. But I do have a radio
Story
show.
time on
That's true.
TikTok. Ganon.
Huh?
Mm.
But I
Story
mean,
time.
it's our experiences that we're going through. We don't have to like actually say the names of these individuals,
Mm.
but they happen to us.
Alam mo,
So we can make cuento these things.
I had such a Gen Z moment. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so Gen Z. So somebody was telling me na parang, oh my gosh, I have a story. I have a
Ah.
story. Ay, sige. Ano, Instagram? Sabi niya, no, like a literal story.
Oh my gosh.
Tapos ako naman kinuha ko na yung phone ko. Like, okay,
Ready to watch.
let me go on your Instagram. Like, no, a literal story.
Oh my
Ay, sorry.
God. Gen Z.
I'm such a Gen Z. Look at me.
Wait,
I'm so
Instagram.
Gen Z.
Wait, Instagram millennial yan.
Ano,
TikTok ang Gen Z.
Hindi kaya nga. I was asking like, which story? Diba? Ang may story lang naman, diba? Mayroon ba sa TikTok? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I always thought like, it's very short din naman. It's like a story, right? So, from Snow Angel, wait. How I handle rejection by not taking things personally. Not everything is about you. If it's a no, then it's a no. Pag ayaw, di wag. Is it so unthinkable na may mga bagay talagang hindi para sa'yo? Well, yun nga, that's a spoiled brat point. I mean, headspace kasi na, no, mine. I want that. I want my
I
ice cream and I want it
refuse.
now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a spoiled brat way of living your life. Pero yeah, I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Period.
No.
Okay.
I refuse.
So much practice. From Mateo Alten, dabog. Dabog as in it's a what do you call that? Yung each letter stands for something.
Oh, DABO.
Yeah,
A-
no, but what do you call
an
that?
acronym.
There. Dabog as in the acronym. Dabog. D. Denial. Talaga bo? Rejected ako. A. Acceptance. Okay, fine. Reject kung reject. B. For begging. Please, don't reject me. O. Overthinking. Baka dahil Mercury retrograde.
Baka.
And then G. Gaslighting. Pangit mo, pwe.
I love this entry. It sounds
Diba? It's
accurate.
so accurate.
Wait. Am I a gaslighter?
It sounds so accurate.
Among other things.
Well, duh.
Among other things.
Thank you, Mommy Strong.
And the top, how I handle rejection, the two tops. Hody H and IMK.
Oh, D. They both say.
Hody H! Oh! Hindi ka raw top. Ang daming casualty today, ha? Ang daming casualty, ha? Ah. From Hody H, how I handle rejection, ay very subtle lang. I'll just go, hayop ka! May araw ka rin! Mabubulok ka sa impyerno! Ang subtle?
Ay.
Very subtle.
Oh.
Hayop ka! May tapik pa.
Uh-uh.
Hayop ka! May araw ka rin! Mabubulok ka sa impyerno. Okay. All right. And from IMK, how I handle rejection. Sabi nga, try and try until you succeed. Well, I just celebrated 17 years of service in the same company who gave me a couple of "we regret to inform you" letters.
Oh.
So, like in Kay's case,
And case.
twice na siya na-reject nung company na yon, and looking back, it's been 17 years. Thriving. So, yeah, sometimes, lalo na pag ganun, medyo mahirap siya when it's like the romantic kind of rejection because sometimes they just don't like you.
You can't
And
change their mind.
Doing it over and over again, making legal over and over again will not really change things. Pero for work,
Yeah,
I think, companies don't take things personally.
that's true.
You can just keep trying. And then, if you come back and then suddenly you're qualified and they see that,
Baka ikaw yung best candidate
you're
next
ready
time.
now?
Oo.
why not? Doesn't matter if we
Hmm.
rejected you 5 times before. If
I've
you're
heard
the
of
best.
stories like
Diba?
that. Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes
And they come back with a vengeance.
Would
And they
they
do
come back with a
so well
vengeance?
sometimes because they're so ready. Because they
Exactly.
prepared for it. It's like not just a company, but like for example, Drag Race.
Yeah.
Think
Oh,
about it.
totoo.
oh,
Right?
speaking of, diba? Pia Wurtzbach.
Yeah.
She
yeah,
didn't
perfect
win
example.
until her 3rd attempt, and then after that, going on to win
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
Mhm.
MMD was parang first runner up in the previous
Year.
year. And then the next year, she went on to be top 10 in the Miss Universe. Diba? So, yeah, sometimes it's really just keep going.
True.
Keep trying.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
All right, so what about us? What's our how I handle rejection?
I didn't handle rejection very well before. I would crawl into my figurative sleeping bag and just stay there for cocoon and stay there for days. 'Cause I'd be so depressed and feel self-loathing, and I didn't know how to get out of it. But I guess after a few rejections, this was like the first couple of years
Yeah.
in the industry. But I've been in the industry now for 13 years.
Exactly.
So like a rejection is just like a normal day now because I'd send in maybe around a few auditions a month and probably get one of the 10, and I'd be happy for that one that I get
Yeah,
because at least I got one.
that's true.
Be happy for that. And if you don't get one, you can just keep trying until you do finally get that audition. Because if you love it, you'll continue doing it. If you're not passionate at all about it, you're not going to get it. But if you really, really want it, you'll really do everything in your power to be the best that you can be, I think.
For me, ako ay first comes confusion. And then I like try to analyze it. Kasi confusion is like, how could I get rejected? It's more like, really?
Who would reject me?
How is this happening? It's more like, bakit? And
Parang
then
incredulous.
yeah, and then like, because usually, when I go for something, it's because I feel like, it's for me, obviously. And then yeah, I go, parang biglang I separate the mind from the heart. Kasi syempre yung heart mo medyo you're like
Right.
all over the place. And then I try to be like very analytical about it. And then usually hindi ko pa rin ma-make sense, and I just go, you're lost.
Yeah.
Moving on. Yeah, ganun lang.
Well, for me, siguro because it's always been, siguro, I'd say 90% of the time, being rejected, when it comes to one aspect of my life, led me to somewhere else where I thrived. Parang I've learned to trust the process, and yeah, sometimes because you want it so bad, but if it's not given to you, I allow myself a little bit, not just a little bit, but I allow myself to feel it. But I always remind myself of the other times that I was rejected. But it actually led me to something good. I'm not even going to play that game to something better because I don't know that because I was rejected, right? So
Right.
I don't know what would have happened if I got it. So, but nevertheless, whether it's better or not, it led me to somewhere good.
For sure, yeah.
And so in the future, when something like that happens, I'll just remind myself now, okay, so maybe I didn't get into that industry, but look at the industry I'm in now. I'm thriving. So that was good. So maybe I should just trust the process.
If it's for you, it will be yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I was about to get into that. One of the things that my dad is not a very vocal person, but one of the things I will never forget, actually our family, is he would always say, ang para kay Juan, ang para kay Pedro, kay Pedro. I guess it's his way of saying, if it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's somebody else's. And you don't have to get all bratty about it. That's just how the world works.
And everything works out in the end.
And in as much as you're upset because something that you want went to somebody else, maybe somebody else is upset that it went to you instead of them. So it all evens out in the end. So
if it's for John, it's for John. If it's for Peter, it's for Peter.
It is.
Tama ba tong sinasabi ni Emerson? Kapag walang bukol, di uukol?
Oo.
Wait, parang niloloko tayo
Pag
ni Emerson.
hindi ukol, hindi bubukol.
Baligtad.
Pag hindi ukol, hindi bubukol.
Can you explain this to us?
When you see the bulge, it won't uckle. Hindi, bukol. Bukol, like belt. Belt bukol.
Kainis. If it's not meant to be, it will not flourish.
Yeah.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
If it's not meant.
So
is that what you call it?
No,
Bukol
there
is
is
flourish?
the direct translation of pag hindi ukol, hindi bubukol. If there is no bulge, you cannot indulge.
Parang gusto ko yun. Mas gusto ko yung,
Diba?
yung sayo.
If there is no bulge, you cannot
indulge.
Paano kung grower? I mean, like, what if the person is someone who can
Takes a while.
Yeah, it takes a while to become a better person. Are you gonna wait for it?
Hopefully
Before
there
you
is growth.
indulge?
Hopefully there is growth. And with rejection, sometimes growth is the end product. And you should be thankful for that.
Pero minsan kasi nakakapagod pag ang tagal bumukol ng mga bagay-bagay.
Move on ka na.
Move on.
Move on ka na. Next.
Call it a night.
Okay? Okay? So
there's medication for that.
On that note,
No.
sumagot na ba lahat?
I think we all answered.
I think we all answered. So, look at us, 10:02.
Look at
Look
us
at
on
us.
our, on time era.
Sabi nga ni Vin Pasqua, like the saying goes, patience is a kimchu.
Look at Kim Chu now, doing so well in Linlang.
There you go.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll talk to you again tomorrow,
We'll see
Friday.
you soon.
Bye, guys. We'll leave you with Tate
Bye.
McRae. Here's Greedy, only here on The Monster.